Hello, my name is Caleb Smith, and I'm here to provide your news update for July 5th, Sunday, 2020. And you may not quite recognize what's in front of you. It's not a scrapbook. It's not quite an arts installation. What it is hopefully the almost done, nearly there version of the rocket miner cow that hopefully you'll soon be seeing along the side of a road in Rock Springs very, very soon. As we're proud to be joining in the fundraiser from BSA Troop 4, which is going to both help local scouts attend National Jamboree next year, and also bring money to people who are fighting COVID-19 locally. We'll cycle back to the cows first. And I guess one other technical note, I'm coming to you from the press room from the rocket miner. That's why there's that dull echoing effect. And if you hear any crunching, it's just the dry paper mache paste that's settled into my clothes. But starting with a different summer activity, the Sweetwater County Library System late this past week released its an update and reminder of what its summer activities are. There are just sometimes some stories that just get their butterflies wing after print deadline. So be looking forward in print soon, but I'm happy to come to you with the details just a little bit earlier. Grab and go bags are an opportunity that the library system's been hosting for a little while. The idea is that it's a project or activity for kids to take home and complete. You can also do it as a family. Some of the topics that have already been featured this summer include moonlanders and patriotic pinwheels. To get one, all you have to do is go to the White Mountain Library, Rock Springs Library, or Sweetwater County Library in Green River, and just pick up whatever bag that's featured for that week. A returning activity is the Summer Reading Challenge. This is another one for all ages. The contest, or like I said, or challenge is really a better word, is for people to read and mark how many hours that they've put into that activity. The idea is that for each hour that they read, they will receive a ticket that they can put into one of the library's prize basket drawings. In addition to that, they're having weekly drawings for two $50 chamber certificates, or chamber bucks. One drawing is for youth, one drawing is for adults. And to be eligible, all you have to do is just log at least 1 hour of reading throughout the week. That's a metric that we should all aspire to, and I'd hope that we'll be able to reach, and I especially hope the more industrious of you are able to throw a couple more tickets in. Something that's new this week is that the Sweetwater County Library System is partnering with the Rock Springs Main Street Urban Renewal Agency, which is the sponsor of the Main Street Market, which premieres this coming week. The idea is that in addition to the traditional farmers market, there'll actually be more than one storytelling session for kids. If you've not been to the Rock Springs Farmers Market before, the idea is that if you know the Rock Springs coal sign, the caboose that's been repainted this past year, a lot more vibrant yellow than it used to be, go to that grassy area and you'll be able to see vendors, activities, and whatnot. It kicks off on July 9th, with subsequent dates on July 23rd, August 6th and 20th, and September 3rd and 10th. Specifically when it comes to the story times, those will start at 4:30 and 5:30. Also, when it comes to downtown Rock Springs, the Rock Springs Library is going to participate in the second Saturday featured promotion. Of course, not this weekend, but this coming weekend, where People are encouraged to support downtown businesses, to just kind of get out and see the community while practicing safe distancing and of course, common sense safeguards. This coming Saturday, the Rock Springs Library invites people to drop by between noon and 4 p.m., where they can complete a fairy hunt on the front lawn and receive a prize. Something that's been going on, but it's still fairly new, is that, especially for people who may be stuck in the house, you may not have the transportation, you may not have the time, you may not have the babysitter, all these other concerns. There's more than one activities, or whether it's craft or storytelling that are available online. The lineup includes toddler time, starting at 10:30 a.m. on Mondays. There's a story time that begins at 10:30 a.m. on Wednesdays. Create with Constance is at 10:30 a.m. on Thursdays. Stories with Sunny starts at 10:30 a.m. on Fridays. And Reading with Aaron can be viewed at 2 p.m. on weekdays. Or these are also saved on the website. If you're not able to make the premiere, that's fine. Just scroll down into the history. You can find these videos and watch them at your own pace. You can catch up on some of the past stories or other bits. And in general, if you want to drop by the libraries, the summer hours are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Fridays, and noon to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. In other news, let's give you the coronavirus figures update. According to the Wyoming Department of Health, the Cowboy State is up to 1,312 lab-confirmed cases, 322 probable cases. Our death count, fortunately, remains unchanged with 20 people. In Sweetwater County, we're up a little bit more compared to this time yesterday. We're now up to 97 lab-confirmed cases and 9 probable. I would anticipate we'll reach triple digits this week. When it comes to cases total in the United States, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is reporting 2,841,906 cases, which is 52,228 more than yesterday. The death count today is down. The total is now at 129,576 people, which is 271 more than yesterday. Johns Hopkins University is reporting that total there are 11,398,501 cases known in the world. Global deaths are now up to 533,343 people. And the global recoveries is now up to 6,156,360. I want to end by going back to the cows. Normally, the last couple of years, it's kind of been a site to welcome in the rodeo, which we really didn't have this year. The Scouts recognized this, and they also recognized that businesses and the community as a whole were dealing with the coronavirus. And so they kind of rebranded, so to speak, the annual fundraiser to be the Chamber Crush Corona Challenge. Like I said, the Rocket Miner is glad to finally be joining the multitude of cows that you see on the hill. There were more participants up this year, including, if you make it wide about, that there are actually some in Green River, in addition to some new stretches, such as on College Hill. I'm still a fan of whoever added the motorboard to the one of the 2 cows that was on the Western Wyoming Community College graduation this previous weekend. Just in general, I'm always in awe of what people do and how people seek to promote themselves. We had a story about it in this Saturday's paper. Please feel free to look it up. One scout said, the cows are like mini commercials. And it's like I said, I love to see the new cows that they come back and show off some new ways of doing things or variations, whether it's putting hats on the cows, googly eyes boots, being creative with your coloring or your lettering or your, like the giant dress that you see on some. For the rocket miner, we went with paper mache for the base layer and some of our favorite pictures or headlines and editorials, cartoons, articles from the last couple of months, with a protective coat that I hope I put on thick enough so that we won't have to redo this too often. This was a fun project, but I wouldn't want to necessarily devote this much time every year. I'm happy to devote the money each year, though. Like I said, Troop 4 Scouts put a lot of effort into setting things up and equipping people to design these cows, and it's a tradition that I am looking forward to seeing more people joining and continuing in the years to come. One of the neat things that the Scout leaders mentioned was when I interviewed them that it's pretty much everyone who had participated in the past had signed up to do so again. Hopefully you've seen your favorite cows return to its familiar spot to graze, so to speak. Certainly more of these cows and the Scouts behind them are a reflection of the talented people, the passionate people we have in our community. Anyway, I still have some more coats of sealant to apply. I, in the meantime, wish to have better verb variety, but in lieu of that, I'd still wish you a good day and a safe tomorrow. Good job, guys.